Welcome back to the SAGU Sports Network after that exciting first game between the Lady Lions and the Bacone Warriors.
Overtime barn burner.
Absolutely. We're set for men's action here tonight between, again, the Bacone Warriors and the SAGU Lions. The Lions come into today 9-5, 3-3 in conference, and Bacone, there you can see the SAGU Athletic Conference standings. Bacone, not much you can say. They're just at the bottom of the scrap heap right now. 0-5 in conference and 2-11 total. You got to think that SAGU feels pretty comfortable going into this game, knowing that realistically on paper they should pick up a relatively easy win here in conference.
Yeah, and the fact of the case is that that's haunted a lot of teams before. As soon as you overlook a team in your conference.
You kidding me? I'm a Steelers fan. You kidding me? I don't have to hear about that twice.
Yeah, but that's a classic just a trap game scenario that when you're in conference play, I don't care who you are, where you're playing, there's just the added little sensitivity there that each team brings, especially if you're at the bottom of the heap. You bring a chip on your shoulder, and you're trying to you're playing for pride, and you're trying to get out of the embarrassment stage, and you want to beat anybody, and you're just going to play scrappy and play the best you can. Even though you might not have the best talent on the floor, you're still going to give it everything, and that's a dangerous that's very dangerous. Don't back a hungry dog in a corner, as Coach Frank Tristan would say.
The Bacone Warriors this season leading the way as far as what they have been able to do is Kevin Matoyer, just over 15 points a game. He's coming off a 27-point performance against Baker. So he's got the hot hand for the Warriors. And going back to the Lions, freshman guard Cameron Hill, just about 15.5 points a game, coming off a 22-point game against Central Christian and then 26 against Oklahoma City. So back-to-back 20-point games for Cam Hill. Really, you got to look for them to ride Hill tonight as he potentially leads the Lions to a in-conference victory.
Absolutely, and that's what you're hoping as a fan, as the Bacone coach. You're hoping that your team finds the chemistry. When you see a win-loss column, 2 wins, 11 losses, that's just very indicative of the team has not found a chemistry together, and you're doing all you can. They're starting to play better. The stats are starting to go up. They're going to play a pretty quick and athletic game. They just got to find the control and find who is their floor leader, and then let everything run out of that, and let him distribute the ball, let him pass the ball, but let your go-to guys get what they need, and that's how your chemistry will come together and begin to just blend the team so that you can get into more wins into the winning column.
Again, the SAGU Lions, if the season ended today, would be in conference play. But of course, thankfully for us, the season does not end today. It is fresh, it's new. The first broadcast of the season for your SAGU Lions, and we are excited to see this matchup against the Bacone Warriors. Don't go anywhere. We're going to send you courtside for the opening prayer, national anthem, and the announcement of the starting lineups in Game 2 of our SAGU Sports Network doubleheader. Bacone Warriors, SAGU Lions, right here, coming your way.
Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for today. We thank you for this time here. Lord God, I pray for all the players and officials that you protect them from all injury and all harm. Pray you guide us on these roads as we go home as well. We thank you for your grace and your love. It's in Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red cloud, those bombs bursting in there, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, yeah, for the land of the free and the home of the home of brave.
And now the starting lineups for the Warriors. At forward, senior number 10, Maurice Hopkins. At guard, senior number 11, Kevin Pritchett. At guard, freshman number 12, Jared Murphy. At forward, junior number 21, Jared Walsh. And at forward, senior number 22, Corey Swift. Head coach for the Warriors is Alan Foster. And now the starting lineups for your SAGU Lions. At guard, senior number 1, Desmond Manor. At guard, freshman number 3, Cameron Hill. At guard, sophomore number 11, Darren Sims. At forward, sophomore number 24, Lance Tipton. And at forward, freshman number 32, Jalen Patillo. Head coaches, Wilson Dill. Assistant coaches, Leonard Epps. Graduate assistant is Emmanuel Antoine.
And there you have it, the starting lineups for the Bacone Warriors and the SAGU Lions. For the Lions starting today, Metter, Hill, Sims, Tipton, and Patillo. Bacone, we've got Hopkins, we've got Pritchett. We also have Gamage and Reeves. Get ready to set underway here between the Bacone Warriors as Corey Swift and Patillo set to tip off. Patillo seems to allow Swift to easily win that tip, and in doing so finds nobody. Maybe a little bit of reverse psychology there for SAGU. The tip goes out of bounds and SAGU gets the first possession. And here is the fantastic freshman Cam Hill. Out to Tipton, who's been in a little bit of a slump lately. First 3 attempt of the game for the Lions is good, as the Lions jump out to a 3-0 lead. Off the shot from Darren Sims. First shot attempt from Bacone is no good, and the Lions here in transition find Lance Tipton, and that's what he does best, and he finds the bottom of the net. Lance Tipton with his first 3 of the game finds SAGU now with a 6-0 lead as they are perfect so far. And here comes Bacone. Here is Swift looking to back down Patillo. Good cut to the lane, can't find the floater in the Lions here. Cam Hill leading the charge. Over to Tipton, another 3, gets fouled, and he's gonna go to the line for 3 shots here. As Hopkins gets called for the foul.
That'll be 3 shots for Mr. Tipton. And this is part of the game plan, the strategy of first-year head coach Delton Deal for the Lions is, let's see how many threes we can actually shoot. And I promise you there will be more than 30 threes, 30 three-point shots shot tonight. I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say it's going to be close to 40.
We were talking, it's math, John. You take 3-pointers, and the other opponent takes 2-pointers.
Yep. And you ask Coach Dill, he'll tell you, I'm just aiming for more possessions than the other team. I think we're going to outshoot whoever it is. We're going to shoot more threes. And like you said, the math is going to be in our favor.
Swift now, the big man, handling it up at the top of the key. Looking for Hopkins and throws it out of bounds. And Bacone is all sorts of flustered here to start this game.
Yeah, and you really don't have to play a lot of good defense if your opponents are going to just keep turning the ball over like that.
Cam Hill down low, backing down his opponent, gets the foul and the bucket. It's going to be called on Murphy, but Cameron Hill, the leading scorer for the Lions, has a chance at a 3-point play. Point guard. Backing down his opponent in the paint. That's something you always like to see. Strong physical play from the point guard position. Here is Hill. Free throw on the way is good, and the Lions are out to a perfect start, 12-0. And here comes Bacone, kicks it out, gonna take a long 2, can't find the hole. And here come the Lions. Sims up ahead to Tipton. Looks like he's gonna fire another 3. No good, way long air ball from Tipton. And Bacone gets their first stop of the night. Swift over to Hopkins, trying to find his man in the corner. Here's Tipton now, wide open layup, and he
misses the buddy.
Blows the layup, and just like that, 2 stops from Bacone. Can they get a bucket of their own? They can. Bacone scores for the first time on the night off the hands of Hopkins. And here comes Cam Hill. Down low to Patillo. Strong move.
Patillo is just nice down there in the paint, has such control over his body.
And then he comes and gets a block, and the Lions are now in transition. Here is Metter, behind the back layup, no good, can't get the rebound. Patillo playing well on both ends of the court so far tonight. Kicking it out, a long 2 mid-range jump shot from Hopkins, no good. That is not Bacone's game. They don't want to settle for these jump shots. They're athletic and want to get to the rim. Long 3 from Hill, no good. And off to Bacone, rebounders and out of bounds, and that just kind of shows how this game has started for Bacone. The opening tip doesn't find any of his teammates and goes out of bounds. And now, just like that, 2 rebounders come together and cannot come down with it. The Lions now with possession. Joshua Kashila comes into the game for the Lions. And you mentioned to me a little bit earlier off air, John, Coach Deal feels like his top 10 players are interchangeable. They can come in and play whenever with whoever. Has
a lot of confidence in at least 10 deep. He really shows a lot of confidence in all his players, but he told me he had no problem starting any of his top 10.
Long three from Swift is good. And he finds Bacone's first three-pointer of the night, Corey Swift. And here's Cam Hill for the Lions, gets it over to Tipton. For Kashila. Down low to Tipton, loses his man for a second, goes up with the layup, and this time Lance Tipton is able to find the layup. Successful, and SAGU goes up 16-5. Tipton on defense now. The hook shot, nice running hook shot there from 15 as he's able to find his first points of the night. With the left hand.
Great left hand, and Coach Deal really likes this freshman coming in, doing damage early, but he's just really quick. For 6'3", he's got a lot of really good ball handling and quickness skills that just kind of take this team over the top. He just needs him to have some experience under his belt, and he's going to be one of the top leaders.
Cam Hill goes through the contact, gets the shot up, and gets fouled. He's going to go to the line here for 2, as he is already 2 for 2 from the line tonight. Looking to go potentially 4 for 4 here. First shot is up, and it is good, as we see a host of Lions come into the game.
And it looks like Swearingen's still waiting for Shooter. Once Swearingen gets in, 9 players will have played in this game with less than 5 minutes into the game, Adam.
Depth and fresh legs here for Coach Deal, as we do see Swearingen come in. Really, that's one of the spark plugs for this SAGU team, and has been for the past 4 years. Physical play, it does a lot of things that you're not going to see show up on a stat sheet, but every coach would love to have as far as a player goes. Swearingen's going to do that kind of stuff.
Absolutely, and he's coming off of some fantastic games. 27-9 game on the road last week. He just he's starting to hit his stride in this senior year.
Pritchett loses possession. They get it down court. Finds Kashila. Dumps off to Swearingen. Back to Darian Davis. Gets blocked from behind. Davis back up again. Blocked again. And a jump ball called as it got tangled up or tied up on the way up. And it's going to be Bacone ball. Davis trying to take it up strong here.
Good defense.
Blocked by Swift.
Got a lead to the front. He was leaving, jumping backwards, and he's going to have to learn to really power up with his shoulders, create more space for himself so he doesn't get in that tied up type of situation and gets the foul.
Kashila with it. Looking down low, finds Swearingen, and Swearingen, just like that, loses his man, gets his first points of the night, and gives SAGU a 22-11 lead, doubling up the Warriors.
Yeah, he's so quick, and he's deadly because he's now found how to merge his talent with his basketball IQ. It's all coming together for him this season, and he is going to be one of Coach Dill's top players all season long.
Corey Swift with another three-pointer, and SAGU on the other end can't find the points. And here comes Bacone down low, finds Walsh, and Walsh goes up and under to cut the SAGU lead to 6. So SAGU jumps out to a pretty quick start, and Bacone couldn't, and nothing could go right for Bacone to start this game, but they're starting to find the bottom of the net. They're starting to get some shots to fall here.
Yeah, and a little bit of sloppy play by the Lions with some of this second team integration. Look maybe to have some chemistry problems. They've missed a couple really close shots, taken a couple bad shots. All that adds up. The little things, they'll add up, and then the next thing you know, hey, you've let your opponent back in the game and given them confidence to boot. So you got to come out of this timeout and show them who's boss on the court.
We will see how SAGU attacks this Bacone team coming out of their own timeout. We'll see what kind of lineup Coach Deal decides to put back into the game. like Cody Farmer is getting his first action of the game, wearing number 10.
I believe that's the 10th SAGU player.
Would be correct. The 10th SAGU player on the court.
Just 6 minutes and 35 seconds into the game.
Here is Swearingen, cuts hard to the basket.
Dangerous.
And a blocking foul on Bacone. Swearingen goes up hard to the basket. Can't convert the N1, but he's got some free throws here.
It's just fearless. Josh Swearingen just has absolutely no fear in his brain, his mind, just going for it. Crazy, man.
Jumping into 2 defenders on Bacone.
And that's what you love as a coach. You love to have your players just go out and give it all.
Swearingen converts both free throws, putting SAGU back up 8 here. And here is Bacone. Almost loses possession and somehow keeps it. And then off the chest of Swift, here is Walsh in the corner. Swift back out to his teammate back out top. Swift sets the pick out to Pritchett. Pritchett cuts hard in the paint. The floater no good. Can't get the second attempt. A second opportunity shot. Remington Mitchell with the rebound. Up ahead from Swearingen. He finds Kashila in transition. Beautiful pass from Swearingen.
Yeah, and great finish by Kashila.
A good Euro step there from Walsh. Can't convert. Up ahead. Here's Kashila again. Gonna stop this time and pull up a 3. No good. SAGU's got rebounders. Mitchell just cannot bring it down. And that's going to be a block against SAGU. Looked like he was in pretty good position.
That's a good call. It's a good call. Just leaned over. Because the player wasn't coming directly at the basket. Watch, he cuts across the lane there, and you can't stick out your knee. You can't lean at all to thwart that. So it was a good experience play by number 3.
Jordan McNellis to the line.
The Warriors.
He hits the first of 2. As that is Jordan McNellis' 5th point of the night so far for Bacone. McNellis is perfect from the line. He's got 2 points from on the night. Those were his first 2 on those first 2 free throws. Looking down low for Darian Davis, could not find it. And SAGU keeps possession off Bacone. And Davis calls a timeout. Didn't like what he saw. A quick timeout there on the inbound.
That definitely came from the bench, for sure. And it looked like the play, they were unclear about the play that was being set up. So coach is going to remind them how the play that he called in actually works on the whiteboard, which is good. It's good to make sure they need to get a score here and start some momentum back into their favor. The momentum is quelling right now.
There you see the rest of the SAGU Athletic Conference that is in action tonight. You've got USAO and Wayland Baptist in a tight one, 37-32. John Brown, Texas Wesleyan in a tight one, 38-33. OPSU 40-35 over MACU currently, and then Central Christian 43-32 over Southwestern Christian. Some close games tonight in the Sooner. All still early. Good left-handed hook there by Patillo, but all still early. SAGU currently right now has the biggest lead of any team in the SAGU Athletic Conference. Right now against Bacone. Driving baseline and blocked, or stripped away rather, up ahead for Patillo. Left-handed layup, no good, and Bacone now has the chance in transition. Spinning back, gives it back to Walsh, and he throws it to nobody. Here's Patillo in transition. SAGU's got a 3-on-1.
Yeah, he looked up.
Yep, Swearingen's going to get caught for a travel.
He was thinking, see, not Danny Sims. Who is that?
Darian Davis.
Davis.
Yep.
He was seeing maybe an alley-oop to Davis, and it just wasn't there.
And he knew it. He knew it from the second. It started to look a little awkward. He knew it was a travel. SAGU still up 10, 28-18. Just 8 minutes played here in the first half. Out to Swift, guarded by Patillo. Swift, the leading scorer tonight for Bacone. And he's going to get nabbed for a travel here. And you see Swift drag that back foot. Here's Hill, down low to Patillo. Tried to go for the dunk, but was swatted away by 15. Good defensive effort. We were talking, they are going to follow in transition, but Bacone with a three-pointer. But Bacone is 10th in the nation in blocks, and there you see
blocks per game.
Blocks
that's
per
right.
Game.
So they definitely go after the ball a lot when it's going up.
And a missed opportunity there for Sims. And now Pritchett in transition. Looking across court, not an ideal pass. Sims picks it off. Here's Patillo. Up with that left hand, and it's good. Man, he looks so smooth.
And silky smooth.
Transition now. They're going to get an offensive foul. They are. Metter does a good job of setting his feet, taking the contact, and going down. And that's going to be called against Bacone. See here the good defensive play from Metter. Got the feet set. He kind of just tried to back him down.
Yep.
And that's an easy call.
Yeah, that was a very, very well-positioned defense right there. Didn't overplay it, played it just right, and got it to work for him.
Here is Hill kicking it out to Tipton, down low, looking for Patillo, but he was in the midst of two guys. Not an ideal pass there from Tipton, but fortunately for the Lions, they keep possession here.
No need to try to squeeze it and thread it through the needle like that. You have someone on the wing. Make good entry passes.
A long pass to Metter. Metter's going to elect to go to the paint and get swatted away, but SAGU does a good job of keeping possession and keeping control of the ball. Metter this time loses it, and now here comes Bacone. After the turnover, Christian Brown enters the game for Bacone, wearing number 4. Going to take a three, the lefty, no good. Patillo gets the rebound. Looking ahead, finds Cam Hill. Here's Cam. Going hard at the basket, draws.
That's going to be a charge, yeah.
It's going to be an offensive foul.
And you'll probably see in this replay, he wasn't set. But what happened, Cam Hill raised his elbow up. Watch how high his elbow gets up into the chest, and you just can't drive straight through a player like that.
And here is Christian Brown leading the offense now for Bacone. Gives it over to Hopkins, who swings it to Pritchett. And Pritchett does a good job kind of stopping on a dime from the feed from McNellis. Up ahead, here's Metter. Metter draws the contact, can't finish, but he's going to go to the line for 2 here. Desmond Metter, wearing number 1 for the Lions. Transfer senior for the Coach Delton Deal squad. First shot is up, and it is good for Metter, and he extends the SAGU lead back out to 8, looking to make it 9 here with the second free throw. And Metter misses the second one, so SAGU's lead will stay at 8 right now. As Bacone comes in after that missed free throw, Brown. Long 2 attempt, no good. And here comes SAGU. Sims now. Gonna find Patillo. Patillo down on the post has been good tonight. The turnaround hook shot, no good, but gets fouled on the release. Going to call Hopkins for the foul. Patillo go to line 2.
Yeah, Patillo's got such a great game, leaning in on that left-handed, and it's hard to guard if there's not a lot of left-handed players out there, so you don't get a ton of practice, especially if you don't have any left-handed people on your team. So that is just a tough way to guard somebody if you've never had to guard that opposite hand. And he's having his way. He's getting good looks. He's got a great vertical And I look to him to do some really, really big things here in the future for the Lions.
Darren Sims thought he had himself a steal, but gets called for the foul on the reach-in.
Looked like it was good to me.
We'll see here on the replay. Darren,
Yeah, we were blocked out there, so we'll trust the ref that he did body him up. Little hockey check there.
Here comes Bacone. Hopkins. Pull-up jumper's no good. And here comes SAGU in transition. Here's Hill. So fast and so physical. Gets the left-handed layup to jump in. And SAGU extends that lead now to 11. You can really see, I mean, you're not kidding when you say Deal wants to have more possessions than his opponents. There's often above 20 seconds left in the shot clock when his team is taking the shot. So you see a shot there at 20 seconds from Sims. And they're back in transition.
Oh, yeah.
You got to be conditioned to run an offense like that.
Absolutely. And, well, that's one reason why you're definitely going to play 10 people or more.
Almost like a line change.
Yeah. He doesn't really do the line change, but he has no problem substituting all the time. There's a lot of buzzers.
Here's Patillo from the elbow. Is going to drive to the paint, left-handed shot. Doesn't go in. He hits the ground hard. It looks like he's okay, but
yeah,
what an athletic play to get the ball up there.
It was. He hung in the air quite a while and brought that thing way down from the hip.
He gets caught on that left arm, and that's what brings him down. He almost converts that.
Wow.
There's Patillo for his first free throw this trip. It is good. And Patillo quickly has 8 points here in the first half. Tied for the leading scorer with Lance Tipton, who also has 8. Patillo's second free throw is up, and it's good.
Tio's just showing that he's a next-level type player, and very, very good. Very, very smooth at his approach. He's not trying to just actually outdo himself or get outside of the way he plays. He knows what his game is, very mature in his approach, and does what he does, plays his game very well.
Coach Deal, after the timeout, looking to get some stops on defense. Bacone has been able to make a couple of nice shots here. Their last couple of possessions, some mid-range jump shots that have been able to fall. Coach Deal looking to get some stops here on defense, and of course those stops are going to lead to some quick offense, with especially how Deal wants his offense run. A stop can turn into transition baskets right before you know it. Good spinning move to the, looked like he had an open shot to go to his left, but he elects to go right, and there he met Patillo. And here comes Sims, gives it to Tipton, no look pass, looking for Metter, or rather that is Kashila, couldn't find him. And the SAGU offense trying to get a little too fancy there. Here's Hopkins with the right, no good. Rebound, Bacone goes up, second opportunity, no good. Johnson had a chance at it. And the head pass up ahead to Kashila, gets the layup to fall. And just like that, SAGU extending this lead, 38-25. Brown gives it off to Gamage. Back out to Hopkins. Has some space, he's gonna pull up with it. Well short, Tipton with the rebound, way up ahead. This SAGU offense is running. Swearingen out to Patillo. The lefty thinking about the three. Passes it down to Kashila. Back out to Sims, setting up some offense here. Kashila looking for Tipton. Tipton was covered, out to Sims. Sims driving, easy layup for Darren Sims. The Lions 15-point lead. That just, the lead just keeps extending here, John, with these stops and transition offense.
Well, the Warriors just not very good at scoring at all. Not converting very many of their shots, and they go into these big droughts, and their opponents are just taking advantage of that. And now that the Lions have settled down just a little bit, they're making it look really easy to score.
Swearingen down low for Tipton from the post. Tipton, a good move to get around his defender and get himself an easy layup. Lance Tipton with his 10th point of the night.
So they've shifted Tipton down into the paint, which you won't see a whole lot because Tipton's a fantastic three-point shooter, and they're giving him a chance to work the paint just a little bit and maybe a mismatch.
Quick three-point attempt this time for SAGU. Farmer decided to throw it up, no good. Good pass up ahead, and the left-handed layup from Brown was no good. Threaded the needle, did 15. Out to Farmer. Farmer makes a man miss, steps back, three-point attempt, no good for Farmer. He really wants one of these. 2 in a row he's gotten to take it here.
Yeah, and well, when you get the green light, you get a coach that says, let's put up as many threes as we humanly possibly can. You know, that's a good system to be in when you're a three-point shooter.
Davis out to Tipton. Tipton this time gets it to go in, and SAGU hits the three-pointer, and then up ahead, Bacone running on offense this time. Gamage gets behind the SAGU defense and gets a quick transition basket as the Lions look like they just didn't get back on the
Yeah, they didn't get set. Looked like they were back, but they just didn't get set up.
Ooh, Swearingen almost converts the and one opportunity, takes the contact, and is able to, strong enough to get that shot up there. But he's going to go to the line here for 2. Almost gets it to fall, a little too strong. Swearingen always good from the line. He has been in his 4 years here for the Lions. Again, Swearingen, one of the senior leaders on this team. Scrappy player, does all the right things, seems to always be in the right place at the right time. And so far tonight, making his presence felt, he is perfect from the line here for the Lions. Looking for 6th point of the night. And just as I say
on
that,
the back,
he misses
yeah.
it.
nice going there, Adam.
I don't let him know, but I take complete credit for that.
Yeah.
I made him miss that. That's on me. Up ahead now is Bacone. Murphy checks back into the game. Gets it over to Pritchett. Pritchett now being guarded by Farmer. And a steal from Darian Davis. And here come the Lions in transition. Davis going up. Euro step. The right-handed layup is good. Darian Davis, good defense, turns it into good offense. And Bacone just cannot get anything to fall right now. As SAGU's jumped out to an 18-point lead. Very much in danger here of making that a 20-point lead. Long 2 from 15, no good. Mitchell with the rebound. Up ahead, Swearingen with it. Kicks it out to Farmer. Over to Darian Davis, not really his game. The ball goes through Mitchell's hands, but there is Kashila with the teardrop and is able to get it to fall. And the Lions push that lead to 20 here against Bacone with under 4 to play in the first half. Another long shot, this time by Swift, who's hit a couple this game. Looking for another three-pointer, can't find it, and the Lions get possession after it goes out of bounds.
And if my math is right, this half, 13 players have already played for Coach Deal.
And a push on Murphy for Bacone. And Swearingen's going to go to the line here for 2 shots as SAGU is in the bonus. I'm not going to say anything about his free throw shooting. I wanted to make them both. There it is. Josh Swearingen makes the first of 2. Pushes that lead to 21 for the Lions. Second shot is good. Gets it to roll around. I didn't want to say anything before it went down, but Swearingen gets it to roll around and fall, giving SAGU now a 22-point lead in the closing minutes of this first half. Swift looking to create some contact, and he does. He's going to go to the line here for 2 shots. As he was fouled on the way up, looks like it was by Darian Davis. Very close to getting that one to fall was Corey Swift.
Well, SAGU is definitely on the path to earning this crowd at least tacos.
Is that still a thing?
The Taco Bell 100-point challenge. Every time SAGU scores here in the Schaefer Center 100 points, everyone in the building gets a free taco.
You better believe I'm going down there to get my free taco.
You better know it.
Here's Swearingen for three. It's up, no good, over the top of the backboard. And Bacone will take control here, take possession, down by 21 points here in the first half. Really have not been able to get anything going. Long two from Walsh is good. That mid-range jumper this time, uncontested, gets it to fall. And Bacone gets it within 19. Get it away from that 20 mark is almost step one if you're down this much. Get it within 20. Darian Davis driving hard to the hoop, gets fouled. And is going to go to the line here for two.
It was a good look there by Kashila to draw both of those defenders up. And he's a dangerous player. He can make that cut right down the middle. So it brings him out, and then it frees up Darian Davis there. Great look by the freshman.
And Davis converts both free throws as Patillo is going to come back into the game. Patillo, who's looked just so good down low and just looks so fluid when he gets the ball in the post. We'll see if they continue to feed him down low. They should. It's been working for him so far. Sheila on defense here, guarding Johnson. Here's Swift. Kicks it out. Johnson now back with it. Dishes it to Swift and a whistle. I'm gonna call, looks like they call 3 seconds on Swift. You can see he was camped in the lane for quite a while.
Yep.
So SAGU ball as Swearingen brings it up. Swearingen trying to lose his man. Finds Kashila. Thought about the step back three. Here's Mitchell. Long mid-range jumper from Mitchell, well outside of his range. But he does like to take that shot every now and then. And this is contested. And SAGU on defense, able to get the strip, and up ahead is Kashila. Finding Swearingen back to Mitchell. The left-handed layup is good. Remington Mitchell.
Fourth-year player, Remington Mitchell.
Fan favorite, Remington Mitchell. People love the size of the big, what's he now, 6'8"? Remington Mitchell?
Oh,
he's up there.
Could be 6'10".
Never know. Remington Mitchell, of course, like you said, senior, one of the leaders on this team. As you see him almost come down with a rebound there. Running hard for it was Kashila. Swearingen on defense. And our first dunk of the game on behalf of Bacone on the fast break. Three from Farmer's no good. He's 0 for 3 to start the game. Mitchell goes back up after the second chance opportunity and converts. Remington Mitchell 4 points now on the game. After the nice offensive rebound, SAGU now up 20.
4 very quick points.
Mitchell now guarding out on the top of the key. Here is Swift, long 2-point shot, no good. Swearingen can't come down with the rebound. Here's Walsh going up strong, gets fouled by Mitchell, and he's going to go to the line here for 2 shots as we're under a minute to play, about 41.5 seconds left in the first half. Let's see Walsh take the contact right to Remy Mitchell. Looking to shave this lead down any way they can. First free throw from Walsh is good. Second one on his way as we have a substitution for Bacone. Brandon Williams checks into the game for the first time. And Walsh hits both free throws, cuts it to 18. With about 40 seconds left to play here in the first half. It has been all SAGU up 18 and have just dominated on both ends of the floor. Have the Lions. Sheila gets it over to Patillo. Patillo up and under. It's just easy at this point. It's easy for Patillo down low.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy. Hey, he's just smooth. He's a smooth operator.
Bacone looking to get last possession here with under 10 to play. He's going to get fouled, and he's going to go to the line with about 6.5 seconds left to play here in the first half. Bacone doing everything they can to try to at least chip away at this lead. But you got to think, John, it's got to start at the defensive end.
Well, it does, but really it's got to start at the confidence end. And that is apparently, now that we've got a half of visuals under of experience under our belt here watching Bacone, I can see that their confidence level is just at an all-time low. And you really can recognize that because the shots they're taking just aren't going in. They're not actually bad shots. They're not making terrible decisions, but they just have no confidence to make the shots that they're putting up. And if you can't score, you're not going to win very many games.
Darren Sims goes coast to coast to end the half with the left-handed layup. You see weaving in and out from defenders. Just gets that left hand up there and converts a layup and gives SAGU that 20-point lead they just lost to those 2 free throws right back. And SAGU goes into halftime dominating 62-42. Again, 20-point lead for the Lions. We will see how Bacone adjusts here for the second half. Don't go anywhere. Half number 2 of game 2 of our doubleheader continues right here on the SAGU Sports Network.